Right, Shalom. I'll let's start up with giving all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to my bishops, apostles, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who have told me this truth. Shalom, salutations to the brothers out there pushing the words of sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth, delivering the message to the elect out there to run a race of salvation. And shalom to the elect, which consists of the men, women, and children that have the true, sincere faith of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, the ones that's looking forward to earn their ways of salvation and flee the hour of temptation. I'm the brother of my father, the DC Church, coming at you in transit, word through the grapevine, a word through the wind. To stay active. The scriptures talk about idleness teacheth much evil. And one thing we all go through is waking up in the morning and sitting there for an extra 15 to 30 minutes and letting all the negative thoughts ponder upon, swirl in your head and create a negative attitude for the day. And that's how you're going to carry it out through your day. Is just have everything that's wrong with this world in your mind, which the scriptures do say much wisdom is much grief. In Ecclesiastes 1:8, I believe, and sometimes it can be like that where you're in a rabbit hole of just negative. It's fucked up that we live in hell. Of course, you're gonna be like that, but it's good to be optimistic. Of course, we got the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, the greatest power on earth. The power that created heaven and earth. Created everything that's in existence. So it's just like, if you do believe, you'll ponder on those things. So to combat the negative and the demonic spirits that be trying to distract us from constantly pursuing to please Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. So that's why it's good to stay active, spiritually active, fasting, praying, staying in the herbs, learning more, keep learning about herbs, the stretching and exercise. Because this is a fight, and I was thinking about this earlier before I got in the car. Is like, if you've been I competed, man, and I just got to keep it real, and I got to keep it all the way to the 100%. And if you competed, right, like, so say you got like I'm just gonna break it down real quick. You got fighters, right? You got the street fighters and whatnot. They don't really practice like that. They tops. They spend a minute or 5 minutes tops of play fighting or actually fighting with somebody. That they never really learn strategy and breathing techniques and things of that nature. So you can't really, you don't really know how to use your all because you haven't really meditated and thought, and went through practice. Practice. That's the one. I was talking to one of the elders, and that word practice came about, So actively practicing our spirituality will keep us close to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And because due to the fact that, like, there's going to be a time of forsaking, like, it's going to seem like Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua forsaking this place. The plagues of Egypt are going to come upon this place. Is going to be pitch black. You got to think about that. You got to think about the ones that's going to be coming, the influx. One influx I could think about off top is Acts, the second chapter, the day of Pentecost. Right? I think it was like 3,000 men or souls were converted that day, and there was a lot of back and forth, and that's going to happen to us too, because we're living in a time of Acts, 70 AD, the Maccabees. So it's good to go over these things to keep you in that spirit, that mindset, and then it keeps that spark, that flame, that fire of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua inside you to be active, because one thing I was thinking about this also is just like when you got a routine. And you in that routine, it's like you're on autopilot. You really don't think too much about what you're doing. You just do it. If you was I used to do rough-ins for electricity. Rough-ins is the stuff behind the drywall. So like outlets, ceiling fans, stuff in electrical panels. And sometimes you gotta cut wood and make things work, man. And like, when you in that work mode, it feels good, man. You don't want to stop working. For me, at least, because it's like when you in that state of mind, that mindset, you listen to the scriptures, or you just working, you flowing, and it's crazy, right? When you flowing, you think of the most spiritual things. When you in that state of mind of working, And it's crazy, right? It'd be at times where, right? Maybe you in the shower, or like I said, you working, and you think of you like, damn, it's right now is a great time to do a video because you're on fire. You know, but I see that it's just good. It's good to keep rehearsing these things so you get better at it. You know, because there's nothing. You know, I was talking to someone last night. You know, they said something like fishy about the Lord, and I'm like, nah, the Lord don't work like that. You have to put in work to receive just some type of reward or honor. And the Lord not just going to give you anything all willy-nilly. Sometimes he does to see how you're going to respond or act towards it, you know. And then there's other times when there's more, I'll just speak for myself. There's more times where things you work for it. You have to, you know. It's just trying it. You got to be tried. One of the things I'm thinking about is, give me 1 second. Satan this is Deuteronomy 1. This is Deuteronomy 8 verse 1. It says, all the commandments which I command thee this day shall be observed to do, that ye may live and multiply, and go in and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh sworn unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the days which the Lord thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thy heart, whether... Oh, my bad. Yeah, I thought they was about to cut me off. You know how they do you greasy, knowing you about to get on. So like, it says, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. And that's the thing. Are you going to still believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when that time comes, when they feel like this world been forsaken, and it's just the only thing that seems like the right way is to get ahead and side with the darkness of this world? You know, so that's why Yahweh shot, when he said when he returns, shall he find faith? And the thing about it is, yes, man, because the elect knows that no matter what they go through is to hang on. You know, hang on to that anchor of hope, like it talks about in Hebrews. You know, because there's nothing else to hope for in this place but of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So that's why it's constantly, it's good to be repetitive in this truth and rehearse. We keep rehearsing it. Repetition. Repetition builds belief, man. It builds confidence. It builds comfortability. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? I be in the mirror, man, yo, say it, dog. It's crazy. I wish it could have just seen what I saw. I'm like, this is not my car anyway. But man. Yeah, that's another thing, man. Being spiritually, not being actively aware of your surroundings. You know, I just caught somebody, you know, the way he got behind me, he's just like, I was like, oh, that was strange. You know, like, I wasn't sure if I was going to get into an accident. Oh, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I had, you know, staying spiritually active, you know, keep studying, keep staying on your spiritual goals, you know, pushing yourself, challenging yourself, you know, because that's where you get the ultimate change from. It's challenging and pushing yourself. Experiencing new boundaries, you know. How can I say it? Like, it's vice versa. Experiencing new limits, unknown proving grounds. Yeah, there you go. I know right there. Yeah. That's how you know it's Satan, bro. Satan behind that wheel. Yeah, it's a nigga behind that wheel. That's why I'm just like, what the fuck is going on over here? It's all good, man. We know to stay away from this stuff, man. But Satan he constantly throwing distractions at us to, you know, lower our frequency, as far our vibration, as far as pleasing to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. You know, so like I said, I didn't have too much. I just knew that, like, much idleness teach much evil. And, you know, sitting there thinking about things versus like being active and taking care of the small things, or the things deemed the priority things first, you know. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kabadash. Double honors to my bishops, apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. who have told me this truth. Shalom and salutations to the brothers out there pushing the word of sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Delivering the message to the elect out there to run the race of salvation. And shalom to the elect, which consists of the men, women, and children that have the true, sincere faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, ones that's looking to earn their wings of salvation and flee the hour of temptation. I bring my mouth and say shalom.